Sweet Tooth Hotel is an experiential museum.
So I think it's art, but it's a whole different animal and version of art.
Yeah, it's like a whole new kind of, it's hard to describe because it's like a whole new business model.
It's a fun house. It's literally a fun house with new media, with art.
I would describe Sweet Tooth as a really immersive art experience.
They're curating these artists and letting them run wild with ideas and really making a unique space that's driven by actual local creatives in Dallas.
I'm Tremaine Townsend. I'm a visual artist here in Dallas. I range from animation design, photography, filmmaking, and now installation with Sweet Tooth Hotel.
My name is Shamsi Rimiani. I'm a Dallas-based visual artist. I do installation art, photography, printmaking.
My name is Eric Tripp.
My name's Taylor Cleveland, aka Young Effin, aka Pixelab. Pixelab is a mixed reality studio focused on creating like these big new media artworks and sort of gluing the community together. I'm Milan Bender.
I'm Ariel Bender.
I'm Aaron Bender, the youngest of the three Bender brothers.
Built by Bender does creative design and fabrication. We're sort of trying to bridge that gap between construction and art.
Typically physical medium's what we work in, and we also collaborate with a lot of digital technology with different companies.
I'm Danielle Glass. I'm Tasia Fredrickson with A Little Party Co. We create interactive event installations for corporate events and also public art.
My name is Noel. I've pretty much been involved with Sweet Tooth since Chapter 1. For Chapter 3, I wanted to create costumes and a little bit of what Disco Diamond is about.
Okay, so my name is Vero. I do a lot for the Sweet Tooth Hotel. I build stuff, I do audio, I'm the AV tech technically. I mean, I just drove like an hour to pick up a speaker,
So Cole Keaton, a long time ago, dated my little sister. So we've known him forever. And then Jency came into the picture, and she's this amazing, like, cool girl that sings and does all these amazing things. And so one day,
Jency showed up here to our workshop, and she had, I think, 4 pieces of paper with concepts that her and Cole had hashed out, really loose. We're thinking of doing this pop-up, experiential, immersive event based on sweets and candy. Can you guys help us do this?
I mean, yeah, when you first hear it, you're like, wait, what? You want to do what?
This is like art for the general public. And you pay your ticket, and now like this is your art. You get to play with it and have fun with it, as opposed to an observer. You're part of the artwork now. And I think that was one of the big successes. Not just the art is, but once you put that person in there, that character in this world.
The story goes that a rocket ship landed and there was a rainbow oil spill that was seeping across the floor, and botanicals and strange fungi and all sorts of weird things were growing from this oil spill.
I really like to push works where it starts a dialogue between people. One where, since technology is so a part of our lives, it really is important for us to kind of realize the duality of everything we kind of exist in. We see things, and we see things from across the globe and see what people are doing, and then also we participate in it so people see what we're doing. So it kind of is that back and forth kind of thing that goes along, and I'm just trying to show that that within people, that as we are watching each other, we're also being watched at the same time.
You know, it's been a really fun and cool process to sort of conceptualize all of the technology and all of the types of interaction that we're going to take place in the new Sweet Tooth Hotel, and then design and develop and literally build them all out with our own hands.
I know that they're going to always be at the forefront of experiential installation art experiences. I think that they were the first to do it in Dallas. I know that like this particular form of art is going to only get bigger. I think that VR and AR are going to allow whole new types of platforms to exist in terms of what art is, what are games, what are movies, what is music in terms of performance, how how is that all going to be affected by these new mediums? I love that I'm a part of it. I think that pretty much there's limitless potential in terms of what you can create now, and so it's really a matter of how far are you willing to take it.
Thank you for checking in the Sweet Tooth Hotel. I'm your host, Disco Diamond. I've traveled from across 4 solar systems to bring my music to Discotheque. We have an amazing adventure in store for you, and there are just a few quick things to do before you enter the hotel. And remember, this is all handcrafted pieces of art, so be careful and treat everything with care. You will be responsible for anything you break. Now it's time to boogie. So fill out your registration form, head towards the elevators, and remember to stay sweet.
I think it'll, like, literally what can be done after Sweet Tooth. I really see it in major other cities outside of Dallas. I think a pop-up in Austin, Houston, Miami, New York, I can see it for Sweet Tooth. It has the talent and it has the creative ownership that should take it to that level. And that's where I see it, not just in Dallas, but throughout the US.
I would also like to see it kind of taken in a more and more serious context. Not to say this isn't a serious context, but in a sense where we have different artists doing collaborations to make one big piece, or we have artists that are maybe not from Dallas that are coming in here and like doing like full-on installations, and not necessarily for an Instagram kind of a take on it, more of a you're creating serious artwork that could be contemporary.
If you've seen the first series of Sweet Tooth to now, it's incredible, not just the space, you know, we took over so much more space, but also just conceptually being able to see different artists and different mediums and different people coming every single time and sort of growing and building that community more and more is really important.
I appreciate just having this opportunity so much because they give me a lot of like room to just kind of figure stuff out. Like all the opportunities I have here, so just humbling to know that like, yes, I can actually do this. Like it's not, yeah, like it's really, and then you get to meet people that just know so much more, and it's because they're older, and it's just like so cool to have y'all be so nice and just like to like bring me in and just say, yeah, I don't know, come on, let's figure it out.
Sweet Tooth Hotel is really cool in the fact that they try to nurture community within the creative world in Dallas. I feel like we're trying to break Dallas out of the mold that it's in, where everything sort of played safe. I mean, Sweet Tooth Hotel was first in market in Dallas for a pop-up art museum like that. And since then, we've seen several new venues open up.
Dallas is an awesome place, and I think that now, but I used to want to always get outside of Dallas and try to escape from it. And I started to realize that all the good talent leaves Dallas and goes somewhere else and pretends like they're not from here, and it's kind of shitty. I think typically Dallas doesn't naturally come together in this way as far as like the art side of things goes, and it's really inspiring to see all of these local artists working on a cohesive concept together under this Sweet Tooth Hotel umbrella. Everybody that we've worked with at Sweet Tooth, all the other artists, Jeremy, Shamsi, Rob, the Pixel Lab guys, it's a community and we all want it to work.
Being able to work with people who do video, fabricators, electricians, and we were all in this kind of together. And I think in the normal creative process, we had the concept, but the place wasn't even built out, and then we all kind of showed up together and just to see kind of how everyone works, to realize not everyone knows exactly what they're doing from start to finish like we do. You know, you run into those things where you can't foresee the issues, and so it's really cool to kind of have this community that's supportive. And you know, we're here at 8 a.m. some days and here at midnight right before it opened, and to just have that camaraderie has been, I think, really kind of the biggest thing we've taken away.
Working with all the artists, definitely getting to know them, getting to know their work ethic, their involvement and passion for art, and for just to make something different and to bring it all together. It's really been my favorite part of Sweet Tooth.
I think my favorite part about it all was the fact that we had we knew the design of it, we knew the concept, but it was so bold that it was intimidating, and the fact that we actually pulled it off and it looked better than the renders were, you know, it was like that to me was like seeing it finished and all come together. I was proud. I'm still proud.
I really like in the car when you do this to the door, it goes like one color and the other color, and it's just real cool to do this. And that's all.
I like the fact that I didn't have to focus too hard on the build outs because I could really focus on the concept of it and making sure that every single part was intricately made and put together to create this room. Because I'm not a builder. That's one thing I don't do. So it was nice to know that there was people in here that actually could build my vision, and rather than me having to try and put this up myself, because I don't think I could have done this the way that it is. I mean, I'd really like to see this happen more in the city. That's just coming from my own perspective, because it's an installation that just should exist and not have to go through all this crazy paperwork, or are you an out-of-town artist, or you've got this much of a following or whatever, you know, that'll all come in time. But I think for those artists who actually have great ideas and want to do stuff like this, I think that this is very important for us to show.
I mean, we love the experience. It's been really cool. We're super grateful.
I also want to thank just Jency and Cole Keaton for kind of taking a leap of faith, taking out a loan and kind of taking a gamble on this being successful. It's, I think anytime you're making something purely creative like this, you kind of wonder, like, people are gonna like this? We definitely had that thought, like, this weird small room with mirrors and crazy glowing cactuses, like, we think it's cool, but like, you kind of have this self-doubt a lot of times with art, is like, are people gonna enjoy this? But then seeing how much, you know, people love that and like being in this kind of environment we created, it was really, really cool and really rewarding. So just super stoked that they, you know, took that leap of faith and then, you know, put the faith in us that we could execute their first one, and then now giving all these artists a platform to do something bigger than they've done on their own.
I would love to shout out Built by Bender, PX Lab, Jency, Cole, the Jordan, everyone for loaning us tools we didn't own, teaching us the right sort of screws to use when you're hanging heavy things overhead, and just giving us a chance.
I do want to say thank you to Jency and Cole, because they just always hype me up, you know, and they're always, how do I explain this? Let me think. She's just so cool. Like, I don't know how to say it any more than she's just so cool. Like, she works here it makes me feel like she can be here for 24 hours literally, because she never leaves. I can do the same, you know, like, just makes me want to be better, makes me want to put a lot into this company, because I see how so much that she puts into it. And it's just like cool to see that.
Come to Sweet Tooth Hotel, bring your family. It's great for all ages. I can bring my niece and nephew, I can bring my grandparents, you know, everyone is amazed and dazzled.
Come to Sweet Tooth Hotel. You're helping local artists. You are supporting Dallas talent at Sweet Tooth Hotel.
There's so much more to come, you know. It's this is a fraction, so stay tuned.
Thank you, Jency. Thank you, Cole. Thank you, Sweet Tooth. Thank you, Dallas.
Testy, 1, 2, 3.
Right down the street. Oh, don't blur out my gang sign. Blur it out. Oh. Are you gonna post it or something? Or? Oh, hi. Nice to meet you. No.
Hire us. Let's do some shit.